Good afternoon, folks. My name is Pablo Monte from the Teen Network, an organization by teens for teens to help teens in all facets of life. You're watching Newsweek for June 22nd. I hope you guys enjoy, like, subscribe, and comment to our video. First off, I'd like to feature our articles that we published this week on Teen Network. I will have all the links down below in the video description so you guys can click them and share them and read them for your pleasure. If you guys have anything you guys want us to report on, let us know down below in the comments section and we'll be sure to get to that as soon as possible. I will have all our videos that we posted this week right here on the screen so you guys can click those and really enjoy those as much as possible. Share them if you like them down below, and subscribe for more content from the Teen Network. Now let's move on to the story for the week. Our first article has to do with Dr. Arnold Relman. He just recently died, and you might be asking yourself, why am I reporting on this guy that you guys have never heard of and I didn't hear of up until I started researching for topics for this week? Basically, he was a huge activist for the medical movement. Basically, he believed that the medicine was too expensive, that all the insurance and hospital bills and all that stuff was incredibly high and just ridiculous for what it should be, and I completely agree with him. He died, unfortunately, so now it's our job to stand up for this. Now, medicine is there to help people and is not there to take money away from people. Unfortunately, it has turned into a profitable market. I just want to give you guys a couple stats so you guys can be aware of how much money the US spends on medicine. Approximately $2.6 trillion in the US in 2010 was spent on medicine. That is $2.6 trillion. 2.6 trillion. I can't fathom that number. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money wasted. So basically, I just want you guys to be aware that medicine is a huge industry. It's a huge market that takes money away from you instead of helping you, just so you guys can be aware. And if you guys want to do something about it, please, by all means, go ahead. People need to hear your voice. You have a voice. You can change the world. You can change this. Get together with people that believe the same thing as you and try to make it an overall belief. On to our next story. The next story, again, has to do with something that you might be questioning yourself as to why I'm presenting this to you, because it is something that's not huge. It doesn't affect 1,000,001 people. It's a topic that happens in a lot of teens' lives in the US recently, so I will go over it. Basically, a US sailor has to report to court within the next couple days, or else a judge will take the custody away from him and his child. Basically what happened, he is stationed in a submarine hundreds of miles away from coast, underwater, doing his job. His daughter is actually with his stepmother, and they seem to have a great relationship in the video that I watched, and basically the judge is trying to take that away. In 2010, he gained full custody of his daughter because social services had to come into the mother's home and actually take away the daughter. Now, social services only takes away a child when there is something that is not good in her life, the environment, the home, the domestic violence, something like that. And basically, social services only takes a child away from you because something is wrong. So here's my question to the judge and to you guys if you guys want to answer it. Why would the judge, knowing this, take the child away from the father and give her to the mother when she has been negligent in the past? I don't understand this. Let me know what your reasoning is down below in the comments section. The reason I'm presenting this to you is because divorce happens more and more in the United States, and it happens to more teens, happens to some of my friends, and not all cases are bad. Obviously, some kids grow up perfectly fine in a divorced household. Unfortunately, some kids don't. Basically, divorce is a nasty, nasty thing. The parents are bickering back and forth, and the child is the only one that really gets hurt. So for all you teens that are in that situation where you're hurt because of your parents' divorce, please stay strong through it. Keep your head up. There's always something brighter on the other side. Please stick through this bump in your life and let it make you stronger, and just conquer this and make yourself a better person overall. Don't let this hurt you. Don't let this stop you from being you and getting to that good life that you possibly want. And if you need any help, please contact us, Pablo@theteennetwork.org. That's my email address, my personal email address. So if you want contact me, you need any help, I'll be glad to help you. This organization is here to help you guys, not for me. This is for you, to help teens in all facets of life, like I said. So if you have any problems, let me know down below in the comments section, and we'll be sure to help you guys in any way we possibly can. And for you that know people that are in the situation, this little sticky ordeal, please try to help them. They probably need all the help they could get, any support. If you're their friend, just be there for them as much as possible. Help them if they ever need help. If they ever need someone just to talk to, I mean, I think talking is a big part of trying to solve your problems. So if they need that, please go there and help them any way you possibly can. On to our next story. This is a story that I'm gonna go over in basically an overview of what's been happening in the past, this story, and what's in the present. Basically, the NSA spies on you. Now, if you don't know this, then big surprise, because the NSA, they can tap into your iPhone, Android, anything that connects to the internet, or anything in reality. They can turn on the camera, they can turn it on, they can turn it off, they can look at your emails, phone calls, pictures, text messages, anything you have on your phone, computer, device, they can pretty much look at it. And for a while, many Americans didn't actually know it, or didn't actually think it was a fact, up until last year when Mr. Edward Snowden released some files that basically concreted the fact that NSA can spy on us and has been spying us for quite some time. Not even the US, but they've been spying all over the world. Now here's my argument, and I want to know what you guys think about this. If you have nothing to hide, why should you be afraid of this? If you don't do anything illegal, then they won't look for you. They won't have any suspicion. They won't arrest you. They won't do anything for you. They don't care about the food pictures that you're sending to your girlfriend. They just care about trying to protect the U.S. citizens. At least that's my opinion. Now, I also have a middle ground. I think that if this is going to keep going on, there needs to be a committee that basically regulates this and tells the public, listen, this is happening, but it's not happening in the matter that they have free roam. They can access anything or they can do anything with the information. I think that there should be a committee kind of regulating this program. Now, the story goes on to say that there is actually a bill trying to be passed in Congress that limits the amount of information the NSA and CIA can access, basically stating that they need a warrant to actually access the information. It actually passed on Friday, and basically the law says they can't use government funds to actually access information. So the NSA, CIA, FBI, all these agencies, they can't use any government funds given to them by the government, by our taxpayers, to actually go through our information. Now here's a loophole I see pretty wide open. They don't need to use public money. They can use private foundations, they can use private companies and actually do this themselves, or they can even just put money aside somehow and do it themselves. Either way, I don't think the government can really control the NSA and the CIA. I think they can just free roam. And if you think about it, even if the law says that the NSA can't put the funding that the government gives them into use to hack our phone, not hack our phones, but look through our information, I think they're still going to do it. So in my opinion, I just think they need to be open with us, and there needs to be a committee just to regulate it a little further. Even though for the most part, it's going to be kind of hard to regulate it. It's a thing. Technology is out there, and it's alive, and I'm sure they'll come back with it, and they're spying us all the time. It's just a reality that I've come to accept. I don't do anything illegal, so therefore I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to be afraid of, and neither should you, because I hope you guys don't do anything illegal. This story is pretty serious, and when I found out about it, it just kind of hit me of all the negligence that goes on, especially in the police department and all these investigation areas where I think our country can improve on. Well, I think our country can improve on in every area, but this is just one we're going to talk about relating to this article. Elliot Rodger stabs 3 people and then kills more after he stabs these people, and basically all of this could have been avoided. The families, again, going on and on and on to the news about how all of this could have been avoided, and they have very limited information about what happened to their child, but they actually have found out that the police department had many chances to stop this kid from doing anything like this. The most important one was a month ago when his mother actually reported him to the police that she thought he was deteriorating mentally, and then he posted a really scary video on YouTube. They actually didn't check out the video, they didn't really investigate him, and then in his manifesto he said as follows: if they had demanded to search my room, that would have ended everything. For a few horrible seconds, I thought it was all over. He's basically stating that if they actually went through his room, they would have found the guns and the knives and all that information. It actually could have stopped him from killing any more people. If the police actually investigated him thoroughly and actually searched his room and searched his records that he actually bought some semi-automatic weapons and he was in this mental state that wasn't obviously healthy or sane, they could have stopped him. Unfortunately, they didn't. It's just a sad story. Please give the families your wishes and best prayers. Hopefully they get through it, and I'm sorry for your loss. Sorry this should have never happened. Unfortunately, it's how our world works. And I think it's one way we can actually improve. Hopefully 5 to 10 years we can actually improve on this, and we can have less of these unfortunate killings that can actually be prevented pretty easily. My best friend Joel Juver from Southwest 5th, I actually had a couple videos from them on earlier this week. You can click them right here, and basically he released his very own single EP, which is basically an album. He released it. It's called Mistakes. They have 5 songs. They're acoustic. It's pretty amazing. I will let you guys take a listen to them. I will leave a link down below to his Bandcamp so you guys can check them out. Go show him some love on Twitter at SW5TH and tell him the Teen Network sent you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy the actual album, and if you do, leave a comment down below or tweet him and just let him know what you guys think. If it was good, if it was bad, if you loved it, if you listened to it in bed, if you listened to it in the shower, if you listened to it in the gym. I will also leave the World Cup scores right here for your viewing pleasure. Unfortunately, the US tied with Portugal at the last second. Portugal scored a goal, so we tied. Basically, we have to tie or win against Germany in our next game to actually move on to the next round. I'm hopeful that the US will do it and they tie or win, and we can move on. And I'll keep you guys up to date on all the scoring in our next video. Hopefully you guys have learned something and enjoyed the video. If you guys have, like it down below, comment down below if you have any questions, comments, concerns, and I will leave all the links in the video description. Subscribe up here, and visit our website, theteennetwork.org, for more information. We have articles, videos, anything you guys need, we'll have it up there. If you guys want something specific, let us know down below in the comments, or email me, Pablo, at theteennetwork.org, for any specific requests. Follow us on Twitter at _TheTeenNetwork, or follow us on Instagram at TheTeenNetwork for more goodies. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful week. I will see you guys in the next one. Toodles.